Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of our podcast. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into a topic that honestly affects every single one of us: exercise and health.
Hi everyone, I'm Mia. And yes, this is such a big topic, whether you're into the gym life, yoga, running, or even if you're someone who doesn't really work out much. Health and exercise are part of daily life.
Absolutely. And I think what makes this topic fun is that we can look at it from so many angles: physical benefits, mental health, lifestyle habits, even the little myths people believe about fitness.
Right, and we'll share personal stories too, because both of us have gone through our own ups and downs when it comes to exercise routines and health journeys.
So grab your headphones, maybe a water bottle, stay hydrated, and let's get into it.
Yes.
So Mia, I've got to ask you right off the bat, how's your exercise routine going these days?
I knew you were going to ask me that. Honestly, it's going okay. I've been trying to stick to a mix of yoga and some lightweight training at home. Nothing extreme, but I feel like it keeps me consistent.
That's good. Consistency is way more important than intensity. People often think they have to push themselves to exhaustion every single day, but the truth is just moving your body regularly can make a huge difference.
Exactly. And I used to believe that if I wasn't sweating buckets or couldn't walk the next day, then it didn't count as real exercise. But over time, I realized it's not sustainable.
Yeah, sustainability is the key word. When I first started going to the gym in college, I was all about heavy lifting and 2-hour sessions. But after a few months, I completely burned out. Now, I'd rather do 30 to 45 minutes, mix it up, and feel good instead of drained.
Do you remember what motivated you back then to start working out?
Honestly? At first, vanity. I just wanted to look good, especially during summer. But later I realized that the biggest benefits were mental. Exercise became like therapy. It gave me structure, stress relief, and surprisingly, confidence outside the gym.
That's so true. For me, it was more about energy. I noticed whenever I skipped any kind of physical activity for weeks, I felt sluggish, moody, and even more anxious. But when I moved, even just going for a walk, I felt lighter, mentally and physically.
It's wild how exercise and mental health are so connected. I read somewhere that just 20 minutes of brisk walking can release endorphins and improve mood almost immediately.
Oh, yes, endorphins are like nature's antidepressants, and the best part, it's free. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive gym memberships to start.
Totally. Although let's be real, sometimes having a gym membership helps people stay motivated because they've paid for it.
True. And some people genuinely love the environment. The weights, the machines, the energy of seeing others push themselves.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know people who've signed up for a year and only gone once.
Guilty! I did that once, paid for the whole year, and maybe went 4 times.
See? You're not alone. That's why finding something enjoyable is key. If someone hates the gym, maybe dance classes, hiking, or even home workouts are better.
Right! Health doesn't look the same for everyone. Some people thrive on CrossFit, while others love slow, mindful movement like Tai Chi.
Speaking of health, let's talk food for a second. because I feel like exercise alone doesn't cover the whole picture.
Oh, yes, food is huge. The old saying, you can't outtrain a bad diet, is so true. When I started eating more whole foods, fruits, vegetables, proteins, I noticed my workouts improved naturally.
Same. I used to think I could eat fast food just because I went to the gym, but no matter how hard I worked out, I still felt sluggish. Once I cut down on junk food, I had more energy, better sleep, even clearer skin.
And the funny thing is, people think healthy eating has to be boring. But honestly, once you explore spices, cooking methods, and variety, it becomes exciting.
Absolutely, like grilled salmon with some roasted veggies. That's both delicious and good for you.
Or something simple like overnight oats with fruit. Easy, cheap, and energizing.
Okay, let me throw a controversial one out there. Cheat meals. What do you think?
I think balance is important. If you're craving pizza once in a while, eat the pizza. If you restrict too much, it backfires.
I agree. I tried strict diets before, and the moment I broke them, I binged. Now, I'd rather have a moderate, guilt-free treat here and there.
Yes, because long-term health isn't about perfection. It's about habits you can stick with for years.
Speaking of habits, how do you stay motivated on days when you just don't feel like moving?
Great question. Honestly, I keep it small. If I don't want to do a workout, I tell myself, just do 10 minutes. Usually, once I start, I go longer. And if not, at least I did something.
That's brilliant. The just start trick works for me too. I put on my workout clothes, play some music, and once I'm dressed, it feels silly not to do anything.
Music is a game changer. A good playlist can turn a lazy day into a full workout.
100%. I have a pump-up playlist with high-energy tracks that instantly put me in the zone.
I think that's the beauty of exercise. It's not just about the physical outcome. It's about rituals, mindset, even little hacks like music that help us feel better.
Couldn't agree more.
You know what's funny? People often underestimate how personal exercise really is. For some, it's therapy. For others, it's discipline. And for many, it's just a way to carve out a little me time in the middle of chaos.
You know, one thing I've noticed is that people often think exercise is just about weight loss. Like that's the only reason to do it.
Yes! And that mindset can be so damaging because once someone hits a weight goal, they stop exercising and then everything falls apart again.
Exactly. But when you shift your perspective and see exercise as something that keeps your mind sharp, your heart strong, your bones healthy, it becomes a lifestyle, not just a temporary project.
Totally. And you know, when I first started yoga, it wasn't because I wanted to lose weight. It was because I was dealing with stress. My mind was cluttered. I just wanted peace. And yoga gave me that.
That's beautiful. And now, years later, it's probably part of who you are.
Exactly. It's not a task anymore. It's like brushing my teeth. I just do it.
That's the secret, isn't it? Making exercise a natural part of daily life. Like, I don't force myself to brush my teeth. I do it because it's part of being healthy. Exercise should feel the same way.
Yes, but the tricky part is getting to that stage. Most people start with willpower, and willpower alone doesn't last.
Oh, 100%. Willpower burns out quickly. That's why habits matter. I always say, don't rely on motivation, rely on systems.
Systems? What do you mean?
Like, set things up so that it's easier to work out than to skip it. For example, I keep my dumbbells in the living room. So when I walk past them, I think, okay, let me just do a set. Or I schedule workouts into my calendar like a meeting.
Oh, I love that. I do something similar with yoga mats. I leave mine rolled out in my bedroom. It's a reminder that says, "Hey Mia, time to stretch."
Exactly. That way, the environment works for you. It's like building a friendly trap for yourself.
A healthy trap.
Exactly.
You know, another thing that changed everything for me was sleep. I used to stay up late watching Netflix, then wake up groggy. No energy to work out, no energy to cook properly. Once I fixed my sleep, my health automatically improved.
Preach. Sleep is like the most underrated fitness hack. People obsess about supplements, but if you're not sleeping, your muscles don't recover, your hormones go crazy, and your energy tanks.
Yes! And when I started going to bed at a consistent time, I noticed my workouts got easier, my cravings reduced. I was just calmer overall.
Same. I track my sleep now, and I realize that my best gym sessions happen after 7 to 8 hours of solid rest.
Isn't it amazing how something so simple changes everything?
It is, and I think that's the thing. Health isn't complicated. It's simple things done consistently. Move your body, eat whole foods, sleep well, drink water, manage stress.
Exactly. But simple doesn't mean easy. People struggle because they want instant results.
True, everyone wants a six-pack in 6 weeks, but the reality is it takes time, patience, and a focus on long-term progress.
Yes, and celebrating small wins along the way. Like instead of obsessing about the scale, notice how your energy improved, how you feel less out of breath on stairs, how your posture is better.
I love that. Non-scale victories.
Yes! I remember the first time I carried heavy grocery bags up the stairs without huffing and puffing. That was my "I'm getting stronger" moment.
That's a great example. For me, it was when I realized I could run for 20 minutes without stopping. It wasn't about looks. It was about endurance.
And once you feel that kind of progress, you're hooked.
Absolutely. Progress is addictive.
So, let's talk about one of the elephants in the room. Injuries, because a lot of people get injured when they start out.
Oh man, yes, I've been there. I messed up my shoulder once because I tried lifting too heavy too soon. Took me weeks to recover.
Same here. I strained my lower back when I tried an advanced yoga pose without building up to it. It taught me humility.
That's the thing. Ego is dangerous in fitness. Whether it's ego lifting or forcing yourself into advanced positions, it can set you back for months.
Yes! That's why listening to your body is so important. Pain is not weakness leaving the body. It's your body saying, "Stop."
Exactly. And people often confuse discomfort with pain. Discomfort is okay. It means you're challenging yourself. Pain is not okay.
Right. And proper warm-up and cool-down are underrated. 5 minutes of stretching can prevent weeks of injury.
Couldn't agree more. Now I never skip warm-ups.
Same. And honestly, rest days are part of training. People forget that.
Yes. Rest is not being lazy, it's part of the process. Muscles grow when you rest, not when you train.
So true.
Speaking of recovery, let's talk about hydration. I think most people are walking around mildly dehydrated.
Oh, yes. I didn't realize how much water affects everything. Energy, skin, digestion, even mood.
Exactly, and a lot of people mistake thirst for hunger, so they snack when they really just need water.
That's me sometimes. Laughs. Now, I always drink a glass of water before reaching for food.
Same, and electrolytes matter too, especially if you're sweating a lot.
Yes, but I think people overcomplicate it. You don't always need fancy sports drinks. Sometimes a banana and water are enough.
Totally.
All of this makes me realize how holistic health really is. It's not just one piece, it's movement, food, sleep, hydration, mental well-being.
Exactly, it's like a puzzle. Miss one piece and the whole picture feels incomplete.
So let me ask you, what's one health myth you used to believe?
That lifting weights makes you bulky. When I first started, I thought, I don't want to look huge. But the truth is, strength training makes you leaner, not bulkier.
Oh, yes. For me, it was thinking carbs are bad. I avoided rice and bread for months, but then I realized carbs are fuel, especially if you're active.
Exactly. Demonizing food groups just creates fear and imbalance.
Yes, it's about balance, not extremes.
100%.
Yes.
You know, Mia, I've been thinking exercise is not just physical, it's deeply tied to mental health.
Absolutely. For me, the biggest benefit of yoga wasn't flexibility or strength, it was mental clarity. It felt like I was decluttering my brain.
That's powerful. I've had a similar experience with running. At first, I hated it, but once I got into the rhythm, it became meditative. The repetitive steps, the breathing, it quieted my mind.
Yes! They call it runner's high, right? That euphoric state when endorphins kick in.
Exactly. And honestly, I think a lot of people underestimate how much exercise can help with anxiety and depression.
For sure. I remember going through a rough phase in my life. Work stress, family issues, everything piled up. On days when I forced myself to move, even just a walk, I felt lighter emotionally.
That's the thing. Movement is medicine. And I think it's important to normalize the idea that you don't have to feel amazing before exercising. Sometimes you exercise to feel amazing.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Because often people wait for motivation, but actually action comes first, motivation follows.
Exactly, and the science backs it up. Exercise increases serotonin, dopamine, and other brain chemicals linked to happiness.
And beyond the chemical level, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. Like, even if your day was messy, at least you took care of your body.
True. I think self-confidence grows from keeping small promises to yourself.
Yes! And I think that's why exercise helps with self-image too. It's not just about how your body looks in the mirror, it's about the respect you build for yourself.
Couldn't agree more.
But, there's another side to it. Sometimes exercise can become obsessive. People push too hard, use it as punishment, or tie their self-worth to how much they worked out.
Oh, yes, that's a real issue. Fitness should be about self-love, not self-punishment.
Exactly. I used to feel guilty if I missed a workout. Now I remind myself it's okay to rest, it's okay to have balance.
That's such an important reminder. Health is not just about the gym, it's about the bigger picture of your life.
Yeah, and that includes social health too. Spending time with friends, laughing, sharing meals, that's all part of well-being.
Totally. Sometimes hanging out with friends is more healing than any workout session.
And honestly, laughter is cardio too.
That's true.
But let's talk about lifestyle balance. Because in today's hustle culture, people often sacrifice health for productivity.
Oh yeah, the sleep when you're dead mentality. It's dangerous.
Yes, I used to pull late nights working, thinking I was being productive, but in reality, I was just burning out. My body ached. My mind was foggy.
Same. I learned the hard way that if you don't make time for health, you'll be forced to make time for illness.
That's powerful.
And I think a lot of young professionals need to hear that. Success means nothing if you're too sick to enjoy it.
Yes, balance is key. Work, rest, play, nutrition all need harmony.
And balance looks different for everyone. For some, it's daily gym sessions. For others, it's evening walks with family.
Exactly. Health isn't a one-size-fits-all model.
Speaking of different models, what do you think of modern fitness trends like CrossFit, HIIT, or even those boutique fitness studios that are popping up everywhere?
Oh, interesting question. I think trends are fine as long as people approach them safely. Like HIIT is great for time efficiency, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah, I've tried HIIT. It's brutal, but effective. The problem is when beginners jump straight into it without conditioning.
Exactly. Or when people think one trend is the only real way to be fit.
Yes, like the if you don't lift, you're not really working out mindset. Fitness is so much bigger than that.
Totally. Dance, swimming, martial arts, hiking, all of these are valid.
And fun too. I mean, who says exercise has to be boring?
Exactly. I once joined a Zumba class just for fun, and it was one of the best workouts of my life.
Same here. I was terrible at the moves, but I had a blast.
That's what matters. If you enjoy it, you'll stick with it.
Absolutely.
You know what I love? Seeing older people staying active, like I once saw a group of seniors practicing Tai Chi in the park. It was inspiring.
Oh yeah, longevity is such an important angle of health. Staying active as we age keeps us independent, mobile, and happy.
Yes! Exercise is not just for looking good in your 20s, it's an investment for your 70s and 80s.
That's deep, and it's true. Imagine being 75 and still being able to hike or play with your grandkids. That's priceless.
Yes, that's the real goal. Not abs, not six-packs, but vitality.
Vitality. I like that word.
And it ties back to overall well-being. Like, we've talked about food, sleep, hydration, exercise, mental health, social balance. They all interconnect.
Exactly. It's like spokes on a wheel. If one is broken, the ride gets rough.
Beautiful analogy.
Thanks.
So, Alex, let's get personal. What's one moment where health and exercise literally changed your life?
Oof, that's a big one. Okay. I think it was during my final year in college. I was drowning in assignments, part-time work, and stress. I started running to clear my head. Over time, it gave me discipline and focus. I ended up doing better academically because of it.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, what about you?
For me, it was when I went through a period of anxiety. I felt restless, nervous, always overthinking. Yoga grounded me. It was like a safe space where my mind could finally breathe. Without it, I don't think I would have coped as well.
That's incredible. And see, that's what makes exercise so magical. It's not just physical transformation, it's life transformation.
Exactly.
You know, Mia, after all these stories and lessons, I think what people really need is practical advice, like small steps to start with.
Yes. Because a lot of people get overwhelmed by big goals. They want to get fit, but that's too vague.
Exactly. It's like telling someone, build a house, without giving them bricks. You've got to start with one brick at a time.
Perfect analogy. And for health, the first brick could simply be walking just 20 minutes a day.
Yes, walking is the gateway drug to fitness.
It really is. And once you build that habit, you can add strength training, stretching, or whatever you enjoy.
And speaking of strength training, let me clear up another myth. Many women avoid lifting weights because they're afraid of getting bulky. But honestly, lifting is like putting money in your retirement fund. It builds muscle that supports your body as you age.
I love that. Yes, muscle is like savings. You may not notice the benefit immediately, but later in life, you'll be so glad you invested.
Exactly. And cardio. That's like paying your monthly bills. It keeps the system running day to day.
Beautifully put. So you need both short-term care and long-term investment.
Yes, and flexibility or stretching is like oiling the hinges of a door. Without it, things get stiff and squeaky.
Perfect metaphor. Laughs. And nutrition. That's like the fuel you put into your car. You can't expect to drive smoothly if you're filling the tank with soda instead of gasoline.
Exactly.
And let's not forget mindset. I think of it like gardening. You plant seeds of positive thoughts, water them with action, and over time you harvest confidence and energy.
Oh, I love that one. Because the weeds, negative self-talk, guilt, perfectionism need to be pulled out regularly.
Exactly.
Let's also talk about common struggles. For example, I don't have time.
Oh yes, that's the number one excuse, but the truth is, you don't find time, you make time. Even 5 minutes counts.
Right, health is like brushing your teeth. No one says, I don't have time to brush. You just do it because you know the long-term cost of skipping it.
Exactly. And another struggle is comparison. People scroll social media and think, I'll never look like that.
True, but health isn't a race. It's like climbing your own mountain. The view is yours, not anyone else's.
Beautifully said. And every mountain has a different path, some steep, some gentle, but the climb is still worth it.
Yes, and the journey itself teaches you resilience.
Speaking of resilience, I think people should embrace slow progress. Because slow progress is like compound interest. It may look small now, but it multiplies over time.
100%. Small steps add up.
Exactly.
Okay, Mia, let's each share 3 final pieces of advice for listeners who want to improve their exercise and health.
Sounds great. My first, start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Add one healthy habit at a time.
Nice. My first, focus on consistency, not perfection. It's better to do 20 minutes daily than 2 hours once a week.
Love that. My second, listen to your body. Rest when you need to, push when you can.
Good one. My second, find joy in the process. Pick activities you love, dance, walk, swim, because enjoyment keeps you coming back.
Exactly. And my last, be kind to yourself. Health is a lifelong journey, not a 30-day challenge.
Perfect. My last one, think long term. Exercise for the 70-year-old you, not just the summer version of you.
That's powerful.
Thanks.
Well, Alex, I think we've covered so much today. Exercise, food, sleep, hydration, mindset, balance, even myths and personal stories.
Yeah, this was a rich conversation. And if there's one takeaway, it's this. Health isn't about punishment or perfection. It's about love, care, and consistency.
Yes! Treat your body like your best friend. Nurture it, listen to it, respect it.
Because at the end of the day, your body is your home. You don't get to move out. You live in it for life.
Exactly. And the better you care for it, the more joy, energy, and freedom you'll have.
Well said.
Thank you to everyone who joined us today. We hope our conversation inspires you to take even one small step toward better health.
Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. So start today, no matter how small.
And with that, we'll say goodbye. Stay active, stay kind to yourself, and keep moving forward.
Until next time, take care of your body and your mind. Bye.
Bye, everyone.